guys, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here today to do a makeup inventory. So I'm going to be doing this differently. Normally I just tell you guys the numbers of things that I have, but since we are actually moving, I don't know what that TikTok dance was, but you're welcome. We're moving, so I had to pack anyway, so I'm gonna actually lay everything down on this table in front of me and give you guys like an aerial shot. Mostly because I really like watching those. I love when Paula does her inventories that way, and so I'm gonna film them for you that way. I'm also eating fruit snacks, so there's gonna be snack breaks. Okay, I am going to film down now, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I love you. I hope you're having a great day and are enjoying the perfect filming lighting that we have right now. Okay, bye. Okay, so for primer, I only have two. This deluxe size sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish, and then a mini sample, what do you call these, of the Too Faced Primed and Peachy. I swore that I had another one of these that was full size, but I can't find it, so I guess I don't. So if I find it, I will let you guys know, but at the moment, this is the only one. So I have two primers, and in regards to primers, this is the one that I'm currently panning, so this one will be used up by the end of the year most likely. Okay, moving on. For foundations, I have these 7 full size and then one that was like a deluxe size kind of point perk from Too Faced. So right now, currently, this CoverGirl Clean Fresh is the one that I am panning in my 50 Shades of Pink project pan. And then these other ones are just kind of hanging out. The Milani Conceal and Define is the one I have been wearing when I'm not wearing this one, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you saw any of my updates on projects, I haven't been wearing makeup basically at all. But I have been wearing this when I film because I'm trying to finish it off. A lot of people didn't like this. I like it. It's decent. This color is a little bit too light for me. But again, neither here nor there. Just really quickly, I have 2 of the CoverGirl True Matte or True Blend Matte Made, the Conceal and Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 from Milani. This is a Born This Way matte foundation from Too Faced. 2 CoverGirl Clean Matte in different shades, and then I have the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation. English is hard, and like I said, I'm panning this one. For concealer, this is actually going to be super easy. I have these 2 samples, a Fenty and then a Jouer sample, and then I have the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Beige, and that is currently it for concealers. Once it starts to get closer to when I have to go back to work again, I know I'm going to end up buying the Revlon or Revolution Conceal and Define, or whatever that one's called. The one I used like 3 of last year because I love it. But so far, these little 3 concealer friends are all I have. For face powders, I only have 3 at the moment. A Too Faced Translucent, this is the Peach Perfect setting powder. A Too Faced Born This Way, which is the ethereal setting powder. I'm not sure where the lid to this is, but that's fine. And then this is the e.l.f. Matte Setting Powder. This is in the shade Light, and it's super yellowy, but I have been using it, especially just because right now I am filming. So I'm not technically panning any of these, but this is the one I am working to finish. And for setting sprays, at the moment, I only have these 2. These are both the Morphe Sweet Peach Spray. This one's almost finished, and this one's obviously brand new, as you can see. I have not been using a lot of setting spray, but I did use this today. It feels super empty. It's really, really light. But, so I anticipate this being done in the next month or so. For bronzers, I have this Milani. This is the Sun-Kissed Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. And then this is an e.l.f. duo, and this is in Matte Fiji. And I got this during the flood because I needed a bronzer because I didn't have anything. And it worked out really well. I like them both. They're pretty similar in color, if you can This one looks a little bit more gray, but they're pretty close. So yeah, 2 bronzers at the moment. I knew I had another primer. I just found it. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I had put it in a different spot than all my other ones, which is why I couldn't find it. But so I have 3 primers instead of 2. I was wondering where that went. Okay, so my eyeshadows are gonna have to be done in stages, but currently these are all the eyeshadow palettes. Oh, hello. That are being panned. So I have my Lorac Refined Romance palette. This one has a combo, so you'll see this one in a minute, also with blushes. But then I have all 3 of my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palettes, a Wet n Wild, the Essence All About Bronze, one of the e.l.f. Little Quads. This is in the shade Truffles. My Sleek makeup palette. I'm using the cream shade as an eye base, which is why I'm counting it as an eye product at the moment. And then my Shade and Light from Kat Von D. So that's 9 total palettes that I'm panning because this bad boy also. So 9 plus so many more. Don't get too excited. It's a high number. All right, so I do have 3 more palettes that are being panned. So I have the My Little Pony and ColourPop palette, the Winky Lux Smitten palette, and then the Makeup Geek and Manny MUA palette. I feel like you guys already know what all of these look like, so I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on them, but that's 3 more. All right, I wish I could get more of these to fit into the screen, but I really can't. So here's a small snapshot of some more. So my eyeshadow collection is pretty generic. I have a bunch of random brands. So I have like the Urban Decay, the OG Naked palette, the Electric palette from Urban Decay, the original, like I said. The Morphe Jaclyn Lights palette. This is like one of my favorite palettes. I'm not gonna lie to you people. This e.l.f. Everyday Smoky palette that I've been trying to pan and just gave up on. BH Shan XO palette. This is like an OG palette. This is the one that has eyeshadow on one side and lip products on the other. Crazy. A Huda Obsessions, another Urban Decay, a Lorac, and then a really old Wet n Wild. So these are all some more. At the last section of eyeshadow palettes, I will total what it is that I have. Alright, this is the last section of my eyeshadow palette, so these last 4. One from BH Cosmetics, a Laura Geller, another Juvia's Place. I lied. Please hold. Yeah, I know I had 2 more. So I have 3 more Juvia's Place palettes. In ABH, this is the Aurora Glow Kit, but I do count this one as eyeshadows because this is the colorful ones, and the rest that are in there are all gonna not be highlighters for me. A Laura Geller, and then a BH Cosmetics. So total for eyeshadow palette, 2, 4, 6. I lost my pen. Rude. So total for eyeshadow palettes, I have 28. Which I would have to look and see from last year if that went up or down, but I'm pretty sure it just stayed the same. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But 28, moving on. 30. I forgot I had these 2 little ones. I'm telling you, I would like my collection at our new house to all be in one spot so it's easier to find, but 30. Okay, in terms of single eyeshadows, I do have this MAC palette that has a ton of depotted Morphe shadows, a couple of NYX. These here are Wet n Wild. These ones down here are Wet n Wild. I will give you guys a total at the end of how many I have. These 5, 6, these 6 over here are all part of a project, as well as this Butter shadow is also part of a project. I got a couple NYX. I have a Catrice Trio that hasn't been opened yet, which I should probably just declutter that, but am I going to? The answer is no. But yeah, so I have this section and then one more little section. Please hold. Okay, and then finishing off the other single eyeshadows I have a total of 57. And then, so in this little magnetic palette, these down here are ColourPop. I have a Coastal Scents Hot Pot, a NYX shadow, and then a couple more Loosey Goosey singles. So an Urban Decay, which is in the shade AC/DC, a ColourPop My Little Pony Super Shock shadow, and then another NYX. Okay, in terms of blushes, I'm just doing a quick scan. I believe this is all of them. So I have my e.l.f. Illuminating Quad right there. That's really only 3 blushes and 1 highlighter. And then an e.l.f. Baked Blush. It's a Physicians Formula Butter Blush. So this group up here is being panned currently. I have a Kaja Liquid blush. A Tarte, the Lorac, that, like I said, is being panned, and then the other half of the Fiji Matte Bronzer from e.l.f. So total I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blushes in my collection, which really isn't too bad, in my opinion. So 9. Really quickly jumping into highlighters, I have 2 right here that you've already seen. So those 2, and then these 2 are being panned at the moment. So I have 4 going in projects. Bless me, right? And then I have 3 ColourPop, the Super Shock Cheeks, and then literally just a variety. So I have 3 Beccas. Hold please. I actually have 4 Beccas because I have 4 Beccas because I just bought the Amethyst Lilac Geo, that's what it's called, from TJ Maxx. So I have 4 Beccas, a NYX, an Essence, an Ofra, the Mary Luminizer, a Wet n Wild, and then a ColourPop. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I have 17 highlighters to my knowledge at this time. 18, because technically that one in the Aurora palette is a highlighter, not an eyeshadow. Like I did prep for this. I know it doesn't look like I did, but like I'm really trying to make this concise, you guys. It's just, this is just the way. It is the way. I can put this back into our little house. Oh my gosh. And now I know when my husband's like, why do you have so many highlighters? And I'm like, I don't know. And this is why, because I buy things at TJ Maxx. All right, so we are jumping into lip balm really fast. And starting out up top here are the, oh, that's gross. There's eyeshadow all over it. These 5 up top are the ones that I am currently panning in projects. So this is it currently for lip balms. So I have 4 different Burt's Bees ones, a Disney little lip balm that's like an Ariel, an unopened EOS, a Fresh Sugar in the caramel scent, a Becca Hydrolite, and then the 5 up here that I'm panning this year. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lip balms. That's not so bad. I feel like it doesn't matter how many lip balms I like get rid of or like work through, I always end up with more in my collection somehow. It never ends, you know what I mean? I have 1 singular eye primer sample, that is all, of official eye primers, and I'm going to try to use this in the next couple of days just to get it out of my collection because I don't need it. And then I have 1 singular mascara at the moment. This is the Essence Lash Princess in the Sculpted Volume, the purple one. I love these. I know some people really hate them, but I love them. And then I have 3 brow products at the moment. This is one of the Benefit ones, the Ka-Brow, and it's almost gone. It's getting really dry. I have the Fenty, what is this actually called? The MVP. Brow MVP, and then a Make Me Brow from Essence, which is in a project. Really, really quick for eyeliners, I have 2 liquid, 1 black from ColourPop and 1, or white from ColourPop and a black one from NYX. And then I have 2 others that are purple actually. This is an LA Girls Neon, and this is a NYX Faux White in the purple shade that I actually really, really, really like. but I need to sharpen. All right, anyway, you guys don't care. Moving on. I actually have 2 more lip balm samples. And then how I'm going to do lip products is all the things that I'm currently panning, or I'm gonna do them in sections that way. So this is all the stuff I'm currently panning, whether it's in like a Project 10 uses or something like that, or just the 2 samples that I have because I want to finish them off. This is a Mary Kay sample, and this is a Shiseido sample. I have 2 Color Pops, a Wet n Wild Balm Stain, a couple of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lipsticks. Wow, my hands look really veiny. NARS, a NYX Butter Lipstick, and then 2 Estee Lauder lipsticks. Okay, continuing on. These 4 on this side are all ones that I want to pan, or 5 are all ones I want to pan, like ASAP, and then these 4 are just other ones that got dumped into this group. So I have a couple more NYX, a couple Sephora, a Wet n Wild. This is a Sephora brand, and then another Tarte, and then this one is a Hard Candy. So these ones were all in my 2-pan, like eventually piles. I'm gonna stick them back in that so I don't lose them, and then these are just gonna go back in my general collection. All right, these 5 were all in like a maybe pan pile. So I have 3 ColourPop Lippy Sticks, and these are really just because they're getting old. This is a Nude Stick sample, and then this is a Burt's Bees lipstick. Oh, and my other Wet n Wild Balm Stain. I definitely thought I lost this, but here it be, so I guess I didn't lose it. All right, so these are all the rest of my lipsticks. As you can see, I don't stray too crazy. I have a bunch of Wet n Wild ones, some Sephora brand ones. This one is a Makeup Geek, a couple e.l.f., some NYX, Milani, Urban Decay, and then some little samples. So I have an Hourglass sample, a Tarte, and then a Rainforest of the Sea sample to finish that off. So total for lipsticks, I have 32, I believe, is what I just came up with. So 32. All right, and then moving on to liquid lipsticks, we're gonna do this in the exact same way. So we're gonna reverse it this time to confuse everyone. These are all of the liquid lipsticks that just are hanging out in my collection, not being panned, not being in the way to getting panned. They're just kind of chilling. So I have some ColourPop, I have an Ofra, a NYX Lip Lingerie, one from Kaja, Anastasia, Lime Crime, and then this is a Ofra Havana Nights. This is super old. So these are the ones that are currently just hanging out in my collection. So that is 7. So these ones are, this section is ones that are just kind of living their best life at the moment, not going anywhere in my collection. And these are the ones that might be panned. So I have some Urban Decay. I have another NYX Lip Lingerie. I thought this was a gloss. Guess it's not. ColourPop, Milani, a couple Kat Von D, a Too Faced, a BH Cosmetics, and then a ColourPop Hello Kitty. So I have some more. All right, and then moving into the ones that are going to be panned next is this little group right here. So I have a ColourPop, an Ofra, a Hard Candy. As you can see, these 2 are like already pretty used. A Lime Crime, a Smashbox, and then a Huda Beauty. And then, so those are next on the use up kind of block, along with the rest of these. So I have, well, I guess I kind of mixed these in. Sorry, guys. But I have some more lip, God, I have so many lip products. Some more lip products. So at the moment, these 2 liquid lipsticks are being used, and all of these are like going to be used hopefully soon. So that is total. So total is 35 liquid lipsticks that I currently see around me. And there might be more, but again, like I said, I did try really hard for this, you guys. It's not my fault that I suck. All right, moving on. Getting these out of your face. All right, briefly, we're gonna talk about lip liners because I only have 4. I have 2 from Buxom that are a recent purchase, and then I have 1 ColourPop and 1 BH Cosmetics. None of these are technically in projects right now, but these are the 2 that I'm working on kind of finishing off. And because all my glosses are gonna fit in one frame, I'm gonna do this together for you. So these glosses down here are just hanging out and living their best lives. I have some Fenty Gloss Bombs, a Dose of Colors lip gloss. This is a Buxom, heck if I could tell you. And then these ones up top are the ones being panned, except for these 2 are the ones that are like gonna be panned next. So I have a Intense Butter Gloss, a CoverGirl Gloss, and then these 4 are the ones that are currently in my project. So I have a Marc Jacobs that's pretty beat up, a Julep, a Buxom, and then a NARS. So total I have more than I need because I don't wear lip gloss that much. 14 total lip glosses. And then lastly, I want to talk about nail polish and or like nail care. So currently these 4 up top are the ones that I am panning, and then for like top coats, this is a peel off base, and like a nail polish thinner, I have 4 of those. So I'm going to readjust how you're viewing so you can see the rest of my nail polish. Please hold. Okay, so the rest of my nail polish, if you guys remember from last time, is actually in these shelves on my wall, and that is all of them. I can hit you with a total. I'll have to put it on the screen because my camera is going to die. But I will put the totals in the description box as well as on the screen so you guys can see kind of what I'm working with, and then I can compare it in a couple months. Hopefully this year is better for using up makeup than last year. But I'm okay with my collection as it is right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.